Chapter 7 The Mouse That Became a Mouse. The night was pitch dark and the children were sitting on the steps near the veranda. There was coolness in the air, despite the summer setting in. Suddenly, Aditi yelled, "Are those fireflies? See how they twinkle and disappear." Aditi lit a lamp nearby. "The light from the matchstick is stronger," she said. "But candles is even stronger, Ajji," said Krishna. Raghu flashed the torch on his mobile phone. "Now that is more powerful than a candle," said Meenu. "Every light does its own duty," said Ajji. "You can't enjoy the firefly during the day, and the same goes for the moonlight. Every source of light has its own glow and purpose. Come, I will tell you a story about who is most powerful. Remember, you are your own person and you are powerful exactly the way you are." Anushka looked at her, confused. "Tell me," Ajay asked her, "which light do you enjoy the most? The one from a firefly, a matchstick, a candle, or a torch?" "The firefly, of course," said Anushka. The others nodded their heads in agreement. "Why?" "Because it is natural and fascinating, Ajji," said Meenu. Ajji smiled. Once upon a time, there lived a sage in an ashram in the Himalayas. One day, while he was meditating, he heard someone running towards him. The noise disturbed his concentration, and he opened his eyes to see a mouse sweating heavily and trembling with fear. "What happened, little mouse? Why are you scared?" he asked. "Sir, I've come to your ashram as I have heard of your great powers. I am being chased by my eternal enemy, the cat." "Don't worry, you'll be safe here," assured the sage. "But I can't stay here forever. Will you do me a favor?" "Tell me, mouse." "Please turn me into a cat, then I won't be scared of them and will lead a happy life." The sage smiled. "That is not true, but I will fulfill your desire." He blessed the mouse, and the mouse turned cat happily ran away. A few uneventful days passed. But then again, one day, the sage heard a noise that interrupted his meditation. When he opened his eyes, he saw that it was the same mouse cat, sweating heavily and trembling with fear. "What is the matter?" asked the sage. "Sir, I enjoyed my days as a cat for some time, but now I am scared of the dog that chases me around. I didn't know that dogs hated cats." "What do you want?" "Please turn me into a dog. Then I won't be scared of dogs and will lead a happy life." The sage smiled. "That is not true, but I will fulfill your desire." The cat now turned into a dog and happily ran away. Some more days passed before the sage heard someone running towards him again, breaking his meditation. He opened his eyes to see the mouse-cat dog, sweating heavily and trembling with fear. "What is the matter?" asked the sage. "There is an animal called the lion. He is the king of the forest. He is huge and powerful. When he roars, everyone gets scared. He can eat anyone, and I am only a small animal after all," said the dog. "What do you want?" "Please turn me into a lion. Then I will rule the forest and will lead a happy life." The sage smiled. "That is not true, but I will fulfill your desire." The dog then turned into a roaring lion and happily ran away. This time, months passed before the sage heard the familiar sound of someone running towards him. He stopped meditating and opened his eyes. The same mouse, cat, dog, lion stood before him, sweating heavily and itching all over. What is the matter? Asked the sage. I have enjoyed my reign in the forest for some time. It was wonderful. Recently, though, there are small insects called ants entering my skin and my ears. If they'd been big animals, I would have killed them instantly. But these ants are so small, I can't even see them. The itching on my body and ears is unbearable, said the lion. What do you want? Please turn me into an ant, and I will lead a happy life. The sage smiled. That is not true, but I will fulfill your desire. The lion promptly turned into an ant and happily scurried away. Weeks passed before, once again, the sage heard someone running towards him. He paused his meditation and opened his eyes. It was the same mouse, cat, dog, lion, ant, limping. What is the matter? Asked the sage. Do you remember me, sir? I am the mouse, cat, dog, lion, ant. I had a good but an extremely hard-working life. We worked in teams, and I loved it. We built a beautiful castle for ourselves. But one day, a reptile known as a snake came and took over our home. We took many months to build the house, and he came and occupied it as if it was his own. What an insensitive fellow. We couldn't fight him because he was huge. While leaving, he pushed me aside. That is why I am limping, said the ant. What do you want? Please turn me into a snake, the most powerful reptile. Then I will lead a happy life. The sage smiled. That is not true, but I will fulfill your desire. The ant turned away into a hissing snake and happily slithered away. A few more weeks passed. Then again, the sage heard someone running towards him while he was meditating. He opened his eyes. Badly injured, the same mouse, cat, dog, lion, ant, snake had come again. What is the matter? Asked the sage. It is a long story, said the snake. I went to a godown to catch a mouse. Mice are very delicious meals. But the godown owner tried to hit me even though I hadn't harmed him. So I hissed at him in anger. But he hit me more and injured me. See the wounds on my body? That's why I ran away and came here. What do you want? Please turn me into a man who can beat even the most powerful reptile. Then I will lead a happy life. The sage smiled. That is not true, but I will fulfill your desire. The snake then turned into a young man and happily went his way. Several months passed before the sage heard the sound of someone running towards him again. The noise interrupted his meditation and he opened his eyes. It was the same mouse, cat, dog, lion, and snake man. What is the matter? Asked the sage. Swamiji, I am really tired. Every day I worked hard and stored grains for a rainy day. But a small mouse came and made holes in the bags of grains and started to take them away bit by bit. We didn't even notice it at first. Then snakes began entering our storage area in search of mice, and they terrify me, said the young man. What do you want? Turn me back into a mouse who can hide inside the hole without anyone noticing me. Then I will lead a happy life. The sage smiled. That is not true, but I will fulfill your desire. The young man turned into a mouse and scurried away. Some more time passed. One day, once again, the sage heard someone running towards him as he meditated. He stopped and opened his eyes. It was the same mouse, cat, dog, lion, ant, snake, man, mouse. The sage smiled and said, "You may always wish to run back to me, child. Life is an experience. We all face challenges on this journey. If you are beautiful, there will be a person more beautiful than you. If you are brave, there will be a person braver than you. If you are witty, there will be a person who is wittier than you. Accept what has been given to you. I knew you would be back since the day you asked me to change you into a cat. But I allowed you to have this experience and learn from it. I bless you. May you avoid your enemies and lead a good life," blessed the sage. The mouse nodded as understanding dawned onto him, and he left the ashram with happiness and a twinkle in his eye.